Our next project in our pattern and repetition unit is going to be this wonderful hummingbird project, which we're going to do it in steps, just like we did the last one. So there's going to be 3 different parts to this project, and I'm going to promise that everyone's going to get theirs done perfectly. So I'm going to take this one off because this will be part 3. We'll take that one off. This is part 1. If you look at this, I have not only 12 different flowers on this piece of paper, I've got 3 different values, which means the darkness and lightness of the color, the saturation of the color. So when we get to the watercolor part, we're gonna talk about how to create saturation. But first, we're gonna have to draw our flowers, okay? So you're gonna take a plain piece of white paper, and since this is pretty simple, you can go ahead and draw with pencil if you want, or you can go ahead and just draw it with a marker. And I'm gonna go ahead and do a marker right across the front. I'm gonna go ahead and make sure I'm in the view. I'm gonna put a circle here for the center. I'm gonna scoot over a little bit and put a circle here for the center. And I'm gonna go down there. I'm gonna try my best without using a ruler to eyeball them, that they're straight, that they're in the right order, that they're, a little bit different, but that's okay. How I do these simple flowers is I basically make a big fluffy bow tie. There's one. There's 2, kind of almost, that's okay if it kind of looks a little bit off right now. Flowers come in all different shapes and sizes. Now I personally turn my paper because it's easier for me when I turn my paper, and I'm gonna try to connect those with those. If it doesn't 100% connect, that's fine. So I'm connecting, I don't want all my flowers to be exactly perfect. I mean, I'm showing you this via this flower, but if you want to do another kind, that's 100% perfect. That's 100% fine. And in the center, I either make a little V or a line, a V or a line, line, V, line, just to give it like it has some dimension. Okay, so now I'm gonna slide down a little bit. I know I have to fit 12 of these on here. So I've got my first row of 3. So I'm gonna do another row here, then another row down here, and then another row down here. So I've got 4 rows of 3. And again, I'll do the exact same thing. I'll do my big old bow tie. Oh, that kind of looks like this Michigan. Do a big old bow tie. Then I can either turn my paper sideways or I can just eyeball it. And then I put a line down the center, a line down the center. And I'm gonna do the same thing one more time on this side. Make my bow tie, and again, I turn my paper, and I can either do V's or lines, whatever you prefer. Let me do one more, and then we're going to talk about a different style. The objective of this project is for you to create a pattern of 12 repetition designs. You are going to need to add a hummingbird to the top of it. If you don't want to draw flowers, if you're like, nope, no flowers for me, that's perfectly fine. You can go ahead and create something like strawberries. I thought maybe my hummingbird could be flying through a patch of strawberries maybe. Maybe you can think of something different. That's fine, as long as the rule is you have to have 12 of this pattern. Now I'm gonna go ahead and finish drawing this, and I will catch you at part 2 when we start to talk about watercolor. All right, see ya.